Hello, once again. This is Seewing Yee from the Year Real Estate Network, and welcome to another edition of my webinar presentation. And this is the Buffalo March 2019 inventory listing presentation. Before I go over the details on this very important link, as you see here, this is the main link. I will discuss the details of this worksheet toward the back end of this presentation. And I do not know how long this recording is going to take because I have a lot of things to say from a high level. So let's begin without further ado. I just want to clearly articulate to you that I know some of you have a very limited research capability uh, because I do, right? Over the years, that's what we do here at the Ulysses Network. And clearly, in my personal opinion, and factually as well, I believe, it's just that the bottom line is our Buffalo turnkey New York market, the turnkey investment properties that we've been promoting for the past year, clearly has the highest cash flow, capitalization rates, cash on cash returns, and total ROIs in the country. And I do not even believe any other market in the country can even come close. And I will explain a little bit for you as well. But again, the high level is such that I would say, I don't know, 80 to 90% of the US cities in the entire country where you cannot cash flow anymore. All right. So again, so the yeah, although we're promoting a number of different markets, we still have tremendous opportunities in a Texas and Central Florida market and in Boise. But those markets are higher price and lower cap rates, and perhaps uh, the projected appreciation is higher than the Midwest markets. But many savvy investors are targeting the Midwest real estate markets for obvious reasons, for high cash flow and low prices. But Buffalo, above and beyond, clearly has way exceeded the other Midwest markets in terms of the cash flow. So what comes to mind when we talk about Buffalo, New York turnkey real estate investing? Well, as you can see right here, I couldn't think of any other words, but I would call it the Buffalo market is historic, it is magnificent, mind-boggling, game changer, is a gold mine opportunity, and unprecedented. All right. So again, I'm not gonna go on. Uh, the rest of these newsletters you can read it on your own. So I have to say that uh, when I speak to any new prospective, the Year Network uh, investors for the first time, but I know all the objections. Okay, I mean I know what you're thinking. The perception may not be reality, but this newsletter once again is to address any kind of objections and concerns you may have. And some of these comments I make here, as you can see, I'm not going to go over those at this time, but read it all you want, and above and beyond, if you still have any additional concerns and objections, feel free to consult with me. Otherwise, this newsletter pretty much overcome any and all objections. And again, I'm going to go over the link, the March 2019 Buffalo inventory link is mind-boggling. I say it again, but momentarily. But suffice to say, this is a potential action plan. I spoke about this before, a few months back, and all you need is a mere $150,000 of cash. You can do financing to purchase 6 to 10 properties. Then you're in good shape. You can partially retire or fully retire. So again, the details you can read on your own. But at the end of the day, some of this sample portfolio that can create for you come from these inventory March link, which I will go over momentarily. But as you can see, this the details I have broken down. I have the numbers. I'm trying to put this number as realistic as I can. So I'll go over briefly what these numbers mean. Like rent to value ratio, we're talking anything you have 1% rent to value ratio. That's a very very good uh, attractive rate, because 1% multiplied by the purchase price equals your monthly gross rent, and that's a good starting point. But for most markets, but in here in Buffalo, I mean, you're getting 1.5 to up to 2% rent to value ratio, which is absolutely mind boggling. Capitalization rate, again, the benchmark is like 5 to 6% cap rate to achieve positive cash flow at 25% down. But in this Buffalo market, you're getting double digit capitalization rate anywhere from 13 to 15 to 17%. Again, mind boggling. So all these numbers, again, cash and cash return, is a very, very critical numerical benchmark, which as an investor you need to understand. So it's based on your ability to get financing, right? 20 to 25% down payment financing, and we have financing available here in Buffalo, which is amazing with low pricing. And our loan advisor, Richard Avani, have the ability to do low mortgages, low financing, because the Buffalo market, the appraisals really work. So compared to the other Midwest market, if you will, it's very hard to get financing on such a low purchase price point. But in Buffalo, we're able to get it. So good for you, right? Another great value add benefit. So a mere 7 property portfolio, as I indicated here, uh, with the with uh, amazing leveraging through financing, you can potentially retire within 1 year, and this is a with like almost $4,500 monthly net cash flow uh, uh, by purchasing only 6 properties here in Buffalo. So again, mind-boggling. All right, so I'm sure you agree. So with that in mind, let me go over the spreadsheet. And I know this spreadsheet on the one hand is very overwhelming, but on the other hand, it just goes to show you how unique the Buffalo market is. We have so much inventory on any given day or any given week or month. This is a personal portfolio of our affiliate partner, Buffalo Turnkey System, and Keith Kanazi. Of course, he's the owner, and he's been doing this for a very long time. So I'm not going to go over his business model. Suffice to say, this inventory worksheet, which I bring to you on a monthly basis, indicates the vast number of opportunity here in Buffalo, which is not uh, which you do not have with with our other markets. Okay, so this spreadsheet breaks down into 2 categories. One, the properties in Buffalo on this upper screen, and then I will go over the lower screen. The second category is Niagara Falls properties, which is right next door to Buffalo. All right, so here it is. So again, I don't want to go into too much detail. So everything on my presentation is really high level. So on these Buffalo properties are available starting March 1, and this type of listings are change real time, right, from day to day, because there's a lot of activities going on every day on this particular portfolio. This is a so so in Buffalo, what we have here is approximately 52 properties all listed here with the addresses and all the numbers, gross rent and annual taxes and return on your investment. So again, you'll go over that. However, out of the 52 properties under Buffalo category, 18 of them are under homeowner sale. That means these properties are specifically dedicated to the local owner occupied buyers in Buffalo area only. So these are not available for investors. So there are 18 of these houses are allocated to those category of buyers. So therefore, with that said, there remains only out of the 52 properties minus 18 properties for homeowner sales. There are 34 properties in the Buffalo inventory for March are available for investors. Out of the 34 properties available for investors, as you can see, there are 13 properties under ready status. Under ready status means the property is already pre-leased, tenant already in there, and the properties has completed the rehab, is turnkey, is ready to be sold to investors. Okay, so 13 of them already, as you can see, under status, right? And then 12 of them approximately are under contract. So they're under contracts by some of my investors, some investors from overseas, wherever in throughout the U.S. They target this Buffalo market with this particular company. All right, so 12 under contract, and then 13 is ready to be sold, as I said, and then there are the remaining around 10 properties under future. As you can see, future means this property are currently going through a rehab. Who knows how long, right? Depending on each property. Future category means properties are like like 2 weeks from now, or a month from now, or even 2 months from now, they will be ready to be converted to ready. Right now, under future, because it's under rehab status, the tenant was probably not in there at this particular moment in time. But I want to clearly say this, that once you do your research, once you're targeting Buffalo, you are not only subjected to ready properties, so you can make an offer and get under contract. You could also reserve the, the quote unquote future properties under this category. So, when you reserve it, obviously you wait until the rehab is done. It may take 1 to 2 months, depending on each property. But yeah, so it's part of your research and due diligence. Once you look over this inventory, what you want is, you can articulate that to myself and my Buffalo team, right? Keith Kanazi and his son Caleb Kanazi. But other than that, that's pretty much it, right? This is everything is from a high level. So, yep. And then coming down on the bottom of this spreadsheet, we have Niagara Falls property. We have a total of 61 properties listed here in Niagara Falls. And out of the 61, approximately 9 of them, as you can see here, sell to homeowners, right, for owner occupied. So 61 minus 9 that are not available for investors equals 52 properties that are currently available. Out of the 52 properties, 15 of them are already under contract, as you can see, right? Contract, right? And then 50 under contract, that and 16 of the properties in Niagara Falls, as indicated here, are under future properties. So again, you have the ability to buy the future properties pending the completion of the rehabs. So 16, you can reserve it. There's no deposit required. You just tell my Buffalo team you want to reserve certain property under future category on here, and then they'll be happily to oblige. All right, and then the remaining 12 of the properties under Niagara Falls down here are already okay ready, because they ready means they are already done their rehab and the tenant already in place before you close escrow. So that's how it is, right? So 61 properties in Niagara Falls, 9 for homeowners sale. They give 52 remaining for us. Out of the 52, 15 are under contract, and 16 are for future, uh, which could be reserved for investors out there, and 10 at 12 are ready to go. All right. So, and suffice to say, the returns are astronomical. So, okay, that's all I have to say. I don't want to spend too much more time. At the end of the day, what you see is really mind-boggling, right? I mean, no other market is my personal favorite here in Buffalo. I don't know how much longer this kind of inventory will be available. They get sold very, very quickly for obvious reasons. And at the end of the day, if you are truly motivated, if you have the ability to do financing, if you want to quit your job and listen to my video here, Johnny Paycheck is a country singer, right? You can take this job and shove it. You can take your job and shove it, and convert your your slave income, your job, into passive income if you do the kind of action plan that I promote here in a very, very detailed way. All right, so that's pretty much it. We're almost done. At the end of the day, you need to, for those of you never spoken to me before, you can consult with me, right? Contact me by text, email, whatever. Otherwise, uh, the next step is, of course, to consult with my team members, get your loan approval through Richard at Vanny, the loan agent. That's no one. If you're doing your IRA, contact my other partner, Ken Weber from Equity Trust, to do the IRA, self-directed IRA conversion. And right, that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for listening. This presentation has taken longer than I would I would prefer, but I need to say what I have to say. At the end of the day, this is an amazing opportunity to accelerate your retirement using by buying in my Buffalo recommended portfolio. Thank you so much. This is Seewing Yee from the Yee Business Network. Look forward to consult with any and all of you to achieve your goals quickly, efficiently, and with as little risk as possible. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you on the other side. Good day. This is Seewing Yee. Have a nice day. Bye.